Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the treasure trove, the collection of poems and short stories. So today I'm going to start chapter 1 from the poem part, that is The Heart of the Tree. Heart of the Tree, that has been written by Henry Cuyler Bunner. Henry Cuyler Bunner was an American novelist and poet. He was born in 1855 and died in 1896. The Heart of the Tree is a very special poem which states the importance of planting trees and how are plants useful for human existence. By asking a question in the first line of every stanza in the poem, what does he plant who plants a tree? He wants the readers to think, and then he himself gives the answer. Bunner appreciates trees not only for their aesthetic values but also the role that they play in human welfare. For him, trees are a friend of sun and sky and they contribute positively in the growth of a nation. Let's move on to the poet's introduction.
Henry Cuyler Bunner was born on August 3, 1855 in New York. He educated himself in New York City. Bunner was known primarily as the editor of the humor magazine Puck from 1878 to 1996. His published works include A Woman of Honor, The Midge, etc. As a playwright, he is mainly known for The Towel of Babel. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. He plants a home to heaven anigh, for song and mother croon of bird, in hushed and happy twilight heard. The treble of heaven's harmony, these things he plants who plants a tree. I request you to listen, understand and note down the explanation to the stanza 1. In the opening lines, the poet poses a general question to the readers. According to him, planting a tree means more than what we mean by plantation as an activity. Then the poet goes on explaining the question, what does he plant who plants a tree? According to him, the one who plants a tree plants a friend of sun and sky. The tree here is suggested as a friend of sun and sky because one day it will grow tall and make friendship with the sky and the sun. The tree is a friend of the sun as the tree is dependent on sunlight to carry out the process of photosynthesis and make its food. You must have learned that. Similarly, the tree is a friend of the sky. It takes in carbon dioxide from the air and releases oxygen in the air and thus purifies the air from which we get fresh oxygen. Also, the transpiration from trees is responsible for cloud formation in the sky before it rains. So it is also responsible for the rainfall. The tree is again compared to the flag of free breeze. Like a flag flutters freely in the breeze. Breeze means soft wind. The leaves of the tree flutter and provide soothing, cool breeze to us. The tree grows high with its long, narrow stem and looks like a beautiful tower. It appears that the trees have made a home closer to heaven. Man plants the tree for the mother bird who sings to her young ones happily with a soft and gentle voice in the twilight. Twilight here means the time of the day when the sun has gone down, when there is a faint light in the evening. So trees are not only helpful and useful for human beings but also for the birds and animals. In the last line, poet says that the bird's high-pitched tone adds to the pleasant harmony of the universe. Here are the meanings of the words from stanza 1. Moving on to stanza 2. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bud of days to be, and ears that fade and flush again. He plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest's heritage, the harvest of a coming age, the joy that unborn eyes shall see. These things he plants who plants a tree. In the second stanza, the poet puts the same question again. Perhaps he wants to suggest more benefits of planting a tree. The plant in course of time will grow tall and provide cool shade and cause tender rain. It will bear seeds and buds for the future progeny. After many years, the old trees will wither away, and the seeds will grow into new trees and into a dense forest. This is symbolic of the process of birth, death, and regeneration. In this way, trees make the plains beautiful. The forest is inherited by the man who plants a tree. It will provide crops to the future generations. Surely, the upcoming generations will reap all the benefits of the trees that are being planted now. Here are the word meanings from the second stanza. Moving on to the third and last stanza. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, and far-cast thought of civic good, his blessings on the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land. A nation's growth from sea to sea stirs in his heart who plants a tree. The poet puts the same question for the third time to create more interest in the readers. But in the final stanza, he becomes more philosophical. According to him, the man who plants a tree plants the tree with a sense of loyalty. He loves his family and the entire universe. He is concerned about the future of the earth. He plants trees so that human beings can get food from the plant's sap and leaves. Besides, he can get wood for his use. Even the poet thinks about the future of the society. What will happen to the world without plants? Therefore, the man who plants a tree showers his blessings on the neighborhood. The man's hand holds the future progress of mankind. Our land will become barren without trees. The poet becomes more anxious and could see that the growth of the universe is only possible by planting trees.
The poem puts forward the poet's concern for the future of the earth. It seems as if the poet could see the impending destruction and thus indirectly appeals to his readers to plant trees not only for themselves but also for the future generations. The heart is one of the most important organs in the entire human body. It is the heart which pumps blood and it provides the body with all the essential nutrients and materials. When the heart pumps blood, it transports the oxygen from one part of the body to another. Likewise, trees are important. It has certain qualities. We cannot survive without a heart. In the same manner, the humankind cannot survive without a tree. Only when the heart pumps blood, it is able to carry the fresh oxygen from one part of the body to another. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give out life-giving oxygen for us to inhale. Trees cause rainfall. Trees are essential for the harvest of coming age. Trees, like human heart, provides us with the sap and leaf and wood. That is, the nutrients, the essential nutrients, minerals, and all the material things. According to the poet, the one who plants trees plants the seed and bud of days to be. That is, the tree is itself compared to a heart. Heart maintains human life. So does the tree maintains the plant and animal life in the universe. Thus, it can be concluded that the title of the poem is appropriate, The Heart of a Tree, as the poem is about trees and its importance to our survival.